Alright troops, how's it going? Welcome to episode 2 of the Affordable Watching Weekly Watch Update. Yesterday I did a video for the McGear. Definitely not a Tag Heuer Monaco, but it is a Tag Heuer Monaco. And I uploaded that, and I said I was going to talk about in the next update, which is my weekly update of my affordable watch collecting, my Sekonda collection. So you'll notice I've got them here. Now, before I talk about the Sekondas, I just want to talk about this one. Now, I've done a video on this. This is my outstanding, 1 second. Sorry about that. Probably can't edit that one out. Anyway, this is the Naviforce that I got. Now, I raved about this in the review I did with it. I said it was brilliant. I said it was unique. I said it was fantastic. I said it was a pretty little watch, very, very affordable and fantastic on every single level. I may have made a bit of an assumption there that it was unique. By them writing unique design, what they've actually meant that they have completely ripped off, like this. This is not unique. Now this looks like a Tag Heuer Monaco. It isn't. It's got different shapes and different buttons and different style, but if you were blind, you could sort of look at that and go, that might be a Tag Heuer Monaco, but thankfully it's not. This here is the spitting doppelganger of an AV8 Hawker Hunter, I believe. It is a £220 quartz watch sold by AV8. It is the same shape, the same colours, the same style. The only difference is the name. And on the second hand, AV8 do not have a little logo at the end of that second hand. Aside from that, it is identical. So I'm in a bit of a predicament here because I don't like wearing fakes, but this is not technically a fake because they put a different name on it, but it is an absolute dupe spectacular. So I don't know how to feel about that one. I really don't. I still like it, and I liked it before I obviously found out what it was. If I'm honest, the only way to rectify this situation would be for me to buy this AV8. However, I'm not spending £200 odd on a quartz watch. Had it been, I don't know, let's say mechanical or like a hybrid, possibly. But I can't justify spending £200 on a quartz, especially when this is identical, and it seems cheeky for you to then go, well, you're just choosing to wear a fake. I don't know. It's a grey area. But I thought I'd give you an update on that. And in the meantime, we're going to talk about some things that actually aren't in any way dupes. They are their own brands. So, if you have a second, let's talk about Sekonda. So this is my collection of Sekondas. What you'll firstly notice is they all have the same style of strap. And that is because they all came with different straps. This was the first one I got. This is a Sekonda Velocity. Now, immediately, I will say that I absolutely adore this watch. And when I say I adore this watch, I didn't initially. I didn't like Sekondas. Nothing in their range stood out to me as brilliant. But then I got this. I got it very cheap from Vinted, and I think I paid about £10. And I got it because it was a bright yellow. And it came on a black leather strap with the holes there. But the strap was perishing. And, you know, it's not lining up 100% perfect I have the capability of amending that, but I haven't had the time. And when I have had the time, I haven't remembered that's something I need to do. But I love it. And the reason I love it is when you add this strap on, which came from all of the straps, by the way, AliExpress, they're about £10. So this is now a 20 quid watch. Together, this looks like Lotus Racing Green. And from a very far distance, you could maybe, if you were a complete cretin, say it looked a bit like a Breitling. It doesn't look like a Breitling, but the powerful colours of this, it feels nice. It works to the second. It has grown on me like some sort of horrible skin disease that I've now come to live with. But I really, 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 really like it. So, of course, once you get one affordable watch, you have to go and get another one. So I then got this one. Again, about £10 on Vinted. I absolutely love green when it comes to watches. So we did the same thing. It came on a perishing black leather strap. We changed the strap over, and the watch became gorgeous. I love the dial. That lovely sort of waffle texture in the middle. This is the one I wear the most. And I just love it. And the thing you've got to remember is this watch shows me absolutely nothing from an affordable collection perspective. It cost me £10 for the watch and £10 for the strap. So it's 20 quid if I dropped it, if it got stolen. It's not I don't care, but I'm not going to cry about it being a really expensive one. And then the third one, I'd taken a day off to go on a affordable watch hunt, which I'm actually planning to do next Monday, and I will be trying to record as much of it to document the day out. Sorry, I'm trying to do this while I'm looking through the video. It's quite hard. There we go. And so I'd gone off to my old hometown, and I'd gone through a variety of watch shops, and I went to eventually an antique shop, and they had one of those glass cabinets that's filled with watches, evidently, you know, a cellar. And I found this, and I thought, okay, this is really nice. But I didn't find it straight away, of course. I spent a good half an hour in that shop going round all of the little cabinets, hundreds of them, looking for watches. And this particular one was a cabinet near the door. Now, I'd gone past that cabinet 4 times. This wasn't there. There was a blue and orange Ted Baker, which I was umming and ahhing about going for. And I was thinking, are you buying it because you like the colour? Because it's blue and orange? Because I'll be honest with you, Ted Baker was not a name that was selling it to me. But I thought I'd go back one more time and and ah about it. I wanted to come away with something. And this was here. So evidently the seller had put it into the cabinet and left. And this was £22. Now it came on quite a horrible canvas strap. And I immediately went over to the lady far side of the shop on the till and said, I would like to buy this watch, please. And I was terrified someone was going to have got to it before me. But of course, the lady who I was walking with had the keys, so how would they? But either way, I came out with this, and I knew I was going to go back to the seller of these and get the red and the black one and make this. And of course, you've got a day, you've got the time, sort of morning and evening, and you've also got the date. And I really like that, because you've also got as well a world timer. Now, I have no need to know what the time is in Hawaii or Mongolia or Bahrain, or, I mean, we're being quite broad with Europe, and obviously Great Britain. Separate to that, is that because it was made post-Brexit? Let's not go down that route, that's controversial. But all 3 of them together now are the collection. Now, there will be another one that is going to be added, and that is the orange version of this. They don't do an orange strap, so of course, probably going to get a blue version. By the by, that will come later when I can find one affordably. But what I wanted to talk to you about Sekonda with is something that you can see on the back. Now you'll see here it says British design, Japanese movement, assembled in China. Obviously quite small because I don't want to shout about that. But believe it or not, yes, Sekonda, despite sounding quite a Japanese name, is a British brand, and it's been going for a very, very, very long time. And they've also been making watches in this sort of affordable watch category for as long as anyone can remember. And one of their big slogans was, it's an affordable watch. That was their unique selling point. They even had Ronnie Barker on a television advert recording with various ladies on the beach because he'd lost his Sekonda and he needed to search them. Wouldn't stand up in today's modern society, but at the time, that was apparently how it was. But Sekonda was British. So you've got British design, and of course, British people have designed some really quite good things over the years, so that's a good thing. Japanese movement. Wouldn't ask anyone else to build a quartz movement. They are astoundingly good quality, never miss a beat. And then of course assembled in China, that's how they keep it cheap. So what we've basically worked out from the back here is it's been built to a cost that allows us as affordable watch collectors to collect them. It has been built using a movement that is going to be a byword in reliability, and it has been designed by a British company. So we want to talk about British heritage. I don't think you can go further wrong with this. If anything, British heritage, you actually do have to look into the history of Sekonda, but they were the most popular watch in the UK. Obviously, other watches have come in, the market's changed, but when it was that a watch wasn't considered a collectible item, it was a practical tool, the lads at Sekonda had the market absolutely nailed down. So where do we then stand on Sekonda being a cool thing to own? Well, do you like them? Buy them. That's it. That's the only argument is, do you like any of these watches? If yes, buy them. They're affordable. They are reliable. There is no reason for you not to buy one other than you being a watch snob and you won't touch it. I mean, having, this sort of a thing and, having a conversation with someone about watches and they go, oh, I've got a Tudor Black Bay. Oh, I've got a Datejust. I've got IWC. I've got a Patek Philippe. And you pull this up. He's just been listing you every single, like it was cars. He's listed Rolls-Royce, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Pagani, all that. And you've just turned up with a Vauxhall Nova from the 90s and gone, it's right good, isn't it? And you look a bit of a simpleton. But why not? Why does that have that what's the word I'm looking for here? A reputation. It looks good. It feels good. It is reliable. It is comfortable. And do you know what? If I got it lost or nicked, I wouldn't cry about it. I'd just go and buy another one and crack on with my life. I guarantee you, if your Rolls Royce got nicked, oh my God, you'd be up in arms and flames and horrific floods of tears. So I think Sekonda have a little bit of my heart stolen. Not for any other reason than I picked one up and now I have three. And I think this is the sort of thing people get when they talk about Casio. Now, everybody who is a watch collector believes that Casio is a fantastic thing and they are God's tier. Personally, no. I don't like digital. Don't like anything digital on my watches. I know it's quartz inside, but I don't like a digital bit. And alright, I grew up in the 90s, Casios were quite popular things, but at the same time, to me, I just never bought into them. But I can see why people got really hyped on them. And I think that's the same for Sekonda. You know, you can have a collection of them, you think they're brilliant, but others might not agree. But at the end of the day, I think we have to summarise, it is affordable, it is reliable, it is great looking. What more do you want an affordable watch to do for you? Because I've got the Tag Heuer Monaco knockoff and the AVA Orca sadly knockoff. They pretend to be something they're not. These don't. These are just watches in their own design, in their own function. And I think that's quite honest and quite charming that is where they stand. So that's my official review on Sekondas. Should you buy them? Yes. But only if you're not a watch snob. And I think if you are a watch snob, buy one. Because you've evidently, if you're a watch snob, got the money to be a watch snob. Buy one, see how you feel about it. If you don't like it, don't say you don't like it until you've owned it. That's my overall statement on that. So to bring this video sort of to a close, I thought I'd just talk about one of the more other bits and pieces. So as you may remember from a previous, I am building my own watch. It's the second time I built a watch, and as you remember, I got this and got all the pieces put together, and then I put it together and the face dial was too big, so I've had to get a different dial. I don't like this dial because it's got Seiko Oyster Perpetual Superlative Chronometer, officially certified Daytona. It's not. I mean, those are words Seiko don't use, but it's fine. Then the hands that I got with this initially don't fit in the thing, so they much bridged up, and oh, it's terrible. Thankfully, some new hands are on the way, so they should be here in the next few days. And finally, I can put the hands on the dial, in the movement, in the case, attach the strap, and I've got a lovely watch that I have built until I get another dial, because I don't like that one. But it's fine. In the meantime as well, my Escuri, which was the first watch I ever bought when I was properly being a professional, and well, I bought it off Amazon, didn't I? I didn't really realise what heritage and quality meant at the time, but it was affordably nice for the budget I had. The PE90 movement that is on its way is still on its way, but it's on its way. And I mean, hell, I've got one here. Where is it? There it is. I've got one. It's a very cheap little thing, but the pins are at the top, so north, west, south. The dial for this is east, south, west. Great. So this is apparently just being walked over from the Chinese retailer I bought it from, because apparently it could be here in the next month. I don't know how, but when it arrives I can get that put back together. But it was bought a long time ago, and it's still apparently going to take a month to arrive. So at the moment I haven't got anything to put on this and build and put together, bar that, but that's costing me a fortune. And that's really it at the moment. The only thing I thought I might mention is I've got this horrible thing. If I'm honest, I bought it after a few beers on Vinted, and it's not even real. It's not even a real Invicta. Someone saw this god-awful monstrosity and thought, I know what I'll do. I'll make a fake version of it. Because I think they were struggling to sell the originals. So don't tell me you then need a fake to be made. But, oh, it's horrible. So, yep, that's quality. That doesn't work. The dates, it is always going to be perpetually Sunday the 30th, because they don't work. It is just awful. This is why you don't go watch hunting after you've been on some beers. Nothing about this is redeemable. So, of course, I've got it, and I can't sell it because it's a fake. The worst being, I got lied to saying it was real, and it isn't. It is a fake. So, yeah, don't do watch buying after you've had some beers. Take that from me. Oh, it's just awful. But by the by, that sits to the side as a constant reminder of just because you see something doesn't mean you should buy it. And that's a good mentality with affordable watching. Just because it's there, don't buy it. Well, I'm going to sign off for this one, for this weekly episode. I'm going to be making a video when another watch arrives from AliExpress, which we've all got to look forward to. I've got another video to make when both of those watches are put back together, which would be great. I might combo the two, and if things arrive fairly close together, I don't want to be pumping a video out in each one. It might just be an update for the next one. And I'm probably going to take a bit of a step back from watching this week because I've got an exam on Monday coming up, which is quite unnerving. But then after that, and my exam's done, if I pass, I'm going to York. And in York, I'm going to be watch hunting a whole day. As I say, I'll be recording it from start to finish. Going to be doing all the charity shops, antique shops, all the lovely shops to buy watches from. And I'm really, really, really excited because hopefully I can bring some good things back. We can talk about them. And of course, I've got to pick a watch to wear on the day, which would be exciting because I don't know if you can see. Obviously, I've put this back up. That there is the Prestige collection. And if I lift it, it lights up. So we're talking about my Prestige collection. And by Prestige, I just mean the more expensive of still quite affordable watches. But yeah, videos will come just as and when I get the opportunity to. But well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next update and the next video. As I say, drop a like, leave a comment. If you leave a comment about Sekonda, let me know your thoughts on Sekonda. Have you got one? Will you get one? Would you like one? Why don't you like them? Tell me what's on your mind. I'd love to engage with you on that and see where we go. But drop a like, pop a comment, leave a subscribe, and thanks for watching. Good night.